Have you ever questioned whether the Earth is really a globe? It might sound strange, but there are thousands of people online who genuinely believe the Earth is flat. Despite centuries of scientific discovery, they argue that the world is not a sphere but a flat disk surrounded by an icy barrier. In this video, we'll explore where these beliefs come from, examine the most popular flat Earth claims, and explain, clearly and logically, why the flat Earth theory simply doesn't hold up to evidence. By the end, you'll not only understand how we know the Earth is round, but you'll also be equipped to talk about it with confidence. Flat Earth beliefs have gained new life in recent years, thanks in part to social media platforms and YouTube videos that promote conspiracy theories. Some argue it's all part of a grand deception involving scientists, pilots, governments, and organizations like NASA. But how did we get to this point? And why do these ideas seem to be gaining traction in the 21st century? This video takes a deep dive into the history of the flat Earth belief, the common arguments made by flat earthers, and the overwhelming scientific evidence that confirms our planet is, in fact, a globe. Modern flat Earth theory suggests that the Earth is not a sphere, but instead a flat, circular disk. According to this model, the North Pole lies at the center of the disk, and Antarctica forms a giant ice wall around the perimeter to keep everything from falling off. Some versions claim that the Sun and Moon are small, local objects that rotate above the disk, while the stars are embedded in a dome called the firmament. Many flat earthers believe the entire scientific establishment is engaged in a cover-up. They often claim that images of the Earth from space are faked, that gravity is an illusion, and that the idea of a globe Earth is part of a broader conspiracy to control information. Some even believe that satellite technology is fake and that NASA was created to hide the truth. There are several reasons why some people come to believe in flat Earth theories. One of the most important is a general distrust of authority and institutions. When people feel alienated from mainstream science, media, and government, they may become more open to alternative explanations, no matter how implausible. In this context, conspiracy theories become appealing because they provide simple answers and a sense of insider knowledge. Social media has played a significant role in spreading flat Earth ideas. Algorithms on video platforms often recommend increasingly extreme content to keep viewers engaged, which means someone watching one video about moon landing skepticism might soon find themselves in a rabbit hole of flat Earth videos. The flat Earth theory can also feel empowering to those who believe they're seeing the truth that others are blind to. Belief in a spherical Earth dates back more than 2,000 years. Ancient Greek philosophers like Aristotle observed that the Earth's shadow on the moon during a lunar eclipse is always round, something that could only happen if the Earth is spherical. Aristotle also noted that travelers going south see new constellations rise above the horizon, which would not be possible on a flat surface. Perhaps the most impressive demonstration came from Eratosthenes in the 3rd century BC. He measured the angle of the sun's rays in two different cities in Egypt, Alexandria and Sin, and used geometry to calculate the circumference of the Earth. His measurement, remarkably, was very close to the actual circumference of 40,075 kilometers. Flat Earthers often claim that if the Earth were truly curved, we would be able to see it. But there are many everyday observations that prove the Earth's curvature. One of the most famous examples involves ships sailing over the horizon. As a ship moves away from shore, its hull disappears first, followed by the masts. This wouldn't happen on a flat surface. Another example is high-altitude balloon footage. When the camera has a wide field of view and no fisheye lens distortion, the curvature of the Earth becomes visible. From tall buildings or mountains, observers can see farther distances than they can at sea level, which also only makes sense on a curved surface. Airline pilots and long-distance navigators account for Earth's curvature when charting routes. Gravity doesn't work on a flat Earth. Gravity poses a significant problem for flat Earth theory. On a spherical Earth, gravity pulls objects toward the center of the planet. This explains why everything falls straight down and why oceans stay level. On a flat disk, gravity would pull toward the center of the disk, causing water to slosh inward and creating noticeable distortions. Flat Earthers have proposed an alternative explanation called universal acceleration, which suggests that the Earth is constantly accelerating upward. But this doesn't explain tidal patterns, the Coriolis effect, or why gravity behaves consistently around the globe. In contrast, the globe model accounts for all of these phenomena and more. Astronomical evidence supports a spherical Earth. The movements of the Sun, Moon, and stars provide powerful evidence for a spherical Earth. For example, the way stars appear to rotate around polaris in the northern hemisphere and around a different point in the southern hemisphere only makes sense on a globe. If Earth were flat, we would see the same stars from all locations. During lunar eclipses, the Earth's shadow on the Moon is always round. This observation alone disproves the idea of a flat disk, because only a sphere can cast a consistently round shadow from all angles. Also, the way the Sun rises and sets at different angles depending on your latitude wouldn't occur if the Earth were flat. Satellite technology and the ISS confirm the globe. One of the strongest modern proofs comes from space itself. Satellites orbit the Earth, providing GPS signals, satellite television, weather monitoring, and more. These satellites rely on the Earth being a sphere to function correctly. If the planet were flat, orbital mechanics would not allow satellites to maintain consistent paths. Additionally, thousands of images and videos have been taken from space by astronauts and robotic spacecraft. The International Space Station, ISS, orbits the globe every 90 minutes, providing live footage that clearly shows the curvature of the Earth. Some flat earthers claim these images are faked, but multiple independent space agencies and even amateur balloon launches have replicated them. Flights and navigation would not work on a flat Earth. Flight paths around the globe also disprove the flat Earth theory. Airlines plan their routes based on a spherical Earth to ensure fuel efficiency and safety. For example, many flights from North America to Asia go over the Arctic Circle, a route that only makes sense on a globe. Navigation at sea and in the air uses great circle distances, which are the shortest paths between 2 points on a sphere. If Earth were flat, these calculations would result in consistent errors, yet they work with remarkable precision every day. The flat Earth movement has a history. Flat Earth beliefs are not as ancient as many people think. While some early civilizations imagined a flat world, the idea was largely abandoned by educated societies as early as the classical period. In the 19th century, English writer Samuel Robotham revived the theory through religious literalism, publishing a book in which he claimed the Bible supported a flat Earth. Later, in 1956, the International Flat Earth Research Society was founded by Samuel Shenton and continued by others into the modern era. Today's flat Earth movement borrows heavily from these early sources, mixing pseudoscience with conspiracy theories involving space agencies, governments, and scientists. Engaging with flat earthers, empathy and evidence. It's easy to mock flat Earth beliefs, but understanding the mindset behind them is essential. Many flat earthers are not unintelligent, they are distrustful and often feel alienated from mainstream narratives. Engaging with empathy, rather than ridicule, is more likely to open a productive conversation. Instead of bombarding someone with facts, ask questions. Encourage them to test ideas for themselves. Point them to the Eratosthenes shadow experiment, or suggest watching the sunset from a hill and then from the valley below. Helping someone discover the truth for themselves is far more effective than confronting them with a list of facts. Key takeaways. Ancient Greeks like Aristotle and Eratosthenes proved the Earth's shape over 2,000 years ago. Observations such as ship horizons, star constellations, and airplane routes all point to a globe. Gravity, tides, and satellite technology rely on a spherical Earth to function. Flat Earth theory relies on distrust and misinformation, not evidence. Empathy and curiosity are the best tools for countering pseudoscience. If you found this explanation valuable, consider sharing this video, subscribing for more content, or leaving a comment below. Let's keep promoting curiosity, science, and reason. If you found this explanation